Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. Welcome back to the Lovely Lab. All right, guys, so today we are going to be working on one more element to add to our gratitude journals. And the element that I have been working on is what I call a Petite Prayer Pocket. Now, in our gratitude journals, we'll be journaling throughout the week and throughout the months, giving thanks and, showing gratitude and appreciation for the things that we, that inspire us and that we're, obviously thankful for. But from time to time, we do have prayers that we want to send up, whether it's for ourselves or for someone we care about. And I thought that it would be great to have a designated spot for that inside of the journal so that we can tuck a little prayer in and throughout the year go back and see whether or not they were answered. So, as I showed you on the previous video, I used one of the paper bags that I picked up from Walmart, added one of the clusters, and let's see, it also created a little tuck spot. So in here I can tuck a little prayer in, maybe slide something in, a little piece of memorabilia or what have you, and that can be added to my journal. So what will that look like? So obviously we've already added some pockets, some to the right hand side, some to the left. In mine, I think I did not add any to the left, so I probably need to add some to this side just to balance it out. But the good thing about the little petite prayer pockets, I should say, is that they can be added to the top, middle, bottom. It can be used like a pocket, or it can be used kind of like a pocket for a tag. So you have the option of how you want to place them: left side, right side, up, or off to the side. You can create a tag to go inside. I have just stamped out on some coffee dyed paper, using a stamp set that I have, this postcard, and then it gives me a little spot to write a prayer in. And so I can slide this. The paper is very flimsy. You know how coffee dyed paper is. Tuck that in there, and it can go nice and flat inside the journal. Obviously, you would glue this part down, or you could add a paper clip to it and be able to slip it in and slip it out. Okay, so if you have any questions about the paperclip aspect, drop a comment below and I will either create another video for it or help you out in the comment section. So if you don't have any of these little pockets, I'm going to show you a quick way to create one. Now, if you remember, we created clusters, and so the clusters are a perfect size for these bags. Even if they're a little bit bigger, which they usually aren't, we can still use them. So I'm just going to tear off a little piece of that. Now you have the option of, you think I should have just cut that off, right? There's some more light. You have the option of gluing it all the way down or around on two corners to create a tuck, or around on three corners to create a pocket. You got that? So two corners, a little tuck, three corners, another pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use this one because I like the contrast of the white. I'm going to glue this all the way down. And I need to fill this Eileen's tacky glue back up. And I would recommend using a tacky glue as opposed to a wetter glue, just so that it does not compromise the fibers in the bag if you're using these bags, because they're rather thin, which is good because it minimizes the bulk in the journal. Okay, so here we have the plain white one, then we have the coffee dyed one that I've coffee dyed, I should say. Now let me move this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to continue on off camera, but I just wanted to show you what you can do with those clusters. And moving along, I'm going to show you how to make one of these bags if you don't have any available, or if you're not taking a trip to Walmart anytime soon. Okay. All right, so these are the bags. This is what it looks like. Now, if you look at the seam, there's a seam that runs in the back, and then it's folded in the back. But I found another way, and they didn't even do a good job. Look at that. I found a different way, another way to make that same pouch. So this is what I came up with. And what this is simply, I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and let's see, cut it into a 4-inch strip, scored a 1/2 inch in on both sides, flipped it up, and then you basically have the bag minus the cut marks. I just used the simple Fiskars paper edgers, the pinking shears, which they are so dull. Those papers, I really need to get those sharpened. So here we go. So we're going to cut 4 inches. Okay. That's not the length, but the width of the bag. Now what you'll do is you'll fold all the way up to about, I think that's a 1/2 inch. All the way up to almost a 1/2 inch to the edge. Got that, guys? Following along? 1/2 inch. Okay. Then you'll score. You can use your scoring tool, or you can, scoring board, or you can just, do it by sight. But I'm just using what I have. But this hasn't always been the case. I haven't always used the scoring tools. All right, so I'll flip that inside out. And what we'll do, if I can remember correctly, we're going to cut off this and cut off that. Okay, and what will be left is this and these sides. So follow along. We're going to cut a little bit off. Here's the score line, or the fold, I should say. Let me just make a little mark. This is the fold. That's cute. Here's the fold. Here's the score lines. What we're going to do, we're going to cut on an angle and cut inside of the score for the top part. And we'll do the same for the opposite side. It's really not a complicated process. When you get to that part, once you get down to there, you just cut off that edge. All right. Then you'll fold to the inside. Fold to the inside. And actually, while you're at it, cut the top part of that off on an angle as well. So you have that part cut, that part cut. And that's just to make it easier to slide things in and out of without it getting caught. So now you have this. And using the dull pinking shears, and I do mean dull, you just cut off a small sliver, or whatever design paper edges you have. That's totally up to you. Do the same for this side. Or you can go with a rounded edge for this back part. So you can use your corner rounders. You can leave it as it is and just use your corner rounders. And then there you have it. Once we apply a little bit of glue, you are good to go. And make sure that you don't go too far in with your glue so that you don't end up gluing your pocket to itself. All right, take that right to the edge. And that's the glue there. Can you see that? Okay. All right, so we fold that over. And you know, I always use my handy dandy free gift card to make sure that glue is set good. And then we have this. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut those edges again. Trim the edge. And there we have the pocket. Very similar to the one that I purchased at Walmart. Except for this is with the copier printer paper. You know, the stuff we all have. Which also means that you can use scrapbook paper. I personally would not use cardstock because it's thick and it's going to create bulk in your journal, but you're free to do that if you've removed some of your pages or if you don't really mind the bulk. That's totally up to you. But now that you have those, you go ahead and I think you can get out of this sheet, you can get 2 per sheet, 2 pockets per 8.5 by 11 and 3 by each 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So again, you'll just add your clusters to that. Where's my clusters? Okay, here we go. And I just keep all of my stuff for this here collection. You just add a little cluster. Actually, let me turn that way because this is going to need to go. Yeah, probably should use the darker colored one. Either or, totally up to you. Now, once you have these done, if you want to coffee dye them, that would be a good time. It would be a good time for you to do that. Just keep in mind that you've already glued it. Now, I coffee dyed these and didn't compromise the glue. So I wouldn't coffee dye all of them at one time. Maybe I would make up one set, coffee dye it, and make sure that the glue holds up. I did not bake them. I let them air dry. They're small enough and thin enough to do that. So anyways, guys, I hope that has inspired you to pull out your gratitude journal, its supplies, and add one more little layer, one more little element to it to make it that much more interesting and another reason for you to get back into it. And so I hope you enjoyed these little Petite Prayer Pockets, and if so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And until we're back here again on YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and stay creative and crafting. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.